Oh shit. Shit. I can't even see the TV. It's all good. It's all good. It's all groovy. It's all gravy. I'll just have the chat pulled up here. What's cracking, chat? Hello. Let me get this out the gate. All right. Viewer discretion is advised. This is for mature audiences, for entertainment and educational purposes. Emphasis on the educational. We like to educate. All right. So, what this means is you don't have to hit the report. We're trying to build a report. There's plenty of tube for you to support. Go find another channel, which is A-OK. We're fine with that. Like I said, plenty of tube to explore. Go find another channel. You don't have to be here, but we are obliged to enjoy your company if you are here. If you don't know, I'm your host, Ill For Real. At It's Ill For Real on IG, Ill For Real everywhere else. And welcome to Whoopty Whoop Sports. Traducción en español. Este contenido es para audiencias maduras. No nos tienen que reportar si no les gusta el contenido. Si les gusta el contenido, dale me gusta, dale al compartir, cualquier otro botón, menos la banderita. Este es el programa más deportivo, antideportivo para deportes. Bienvenido a Whoopty Whoop Sports Podcast. No sounds. It's all groovy in the hoovy. We are behooving y'all to a good show. All right, we're back at it, like bad habits, and the asthmatics will leave with their back spazzing because we carry this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm asthmatic at all. And you know, salute to anybody that has asthma. That, you know, we're all pushing through. All right, we're all pushing through. It's a wonderful Monday, 8:30 shy time. This time we are not late, but we are here, by ourselves. We all be by ourselves. But hey, man, it's all good. I only got to talk to the realest I know. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like, comment, share. The share button is awesome. You can share it to all your peoples as a link, as a text, whatever you please, in the DMs. You know, get to it. All right, we're on the road to 150K, ladies and gents. We about to hit that 50 right here in a minute, in a very short minute. If y'all been staying posted to the channel and seeing what we have going on, you see we have it going on, you know, and it's a beautiful thing, a beautiful process, and we are just peached that you guys are here. to go through this journey with us. Shout out to Journey and shout out to Steve Perry. Um, Fire guy. Good guy. Good guy. Anyways, like I said, we're on the road to 150K, so I got to do all the call to action shit. Regardless if we were at 150K, after 150K, we'd be pushing to the 250K, and then from the 250K to the 550K, and then to the milli. And at all those points in times, I will still call to action for y'all to act. All right? So act. Act today. Where was I going with that? We're on the road to 150K. You got you got the dollar sign heat detector right here. You got the call to action stuff on the other corner. And we're here accompanied by Kakarot, actually, ladies and gentlemen. We are not alone. Let's get some bills for Kakarot. Yeah. Anyways. Any of fucking ways. Let's get started today. We got plenty of stuff to get through, ladies and gents. And what I'm gonna start with is drum roll. Footy. That's what we started with today, ladies and gentlemen. Bills for footy. All right. What can we say? We got a last dance, ladies and gents. It's a last dance. Our GOATs that we grew up with are gonna play their last World Cup. We're talking about figures like Messi. We're talking about figures like Cristiano. We're talking about superstars like Guillermo, Francisco Guillermo, Memo, Paco Memo, Ochoa Magana, Francois, Mexico's goalkeeper, you know? And we're talking about the last dance, the last World Cup, the last huge footy sporting event. It's kind of sad, you know, but it's been, you gotta be happy. You gotta not be sad that it's over, but happy that it happened. As y'all can see too, the title for the show today is "Take the Whoopty, Pass the Whoop." All right, and that's referencing a fire documentary. If you guys haven't checked it out, called "Take the Ball, Pass the Ball." You know, it goes back and you know, documents one of the greatest footy teams of all time, if not the greatest footy team of all time, and their come up, and Messi was a part of that. So seeing him do his last dance it tugs the heartstrings of anybody that loves footy. You know what I'm saying? But in lighter news that of this last dance, we have another additional GOAT joining in the chat. Neymar Jr. Bills. Yeah, Neymar Jr. got called up to play and represent Brazil in this year's World Cup. And as if you know, and if you don't know, and if you knew, and if you not knowing, but you now knowing, you will know now that, you know, all year and even the year before, we've all been, you know, because it's been a couple of years since Neymar has played for Brazil. We've all been attentive and steady, seeing how whether Ancelotti was going to call him or not. And I think given, first of all, compared to other GOATs that got called up for their last dance, I think Neymar most of all really represents a class of player that deserve to be called up, not based on his status as a veteran, not based on past accomplishments, but based on his present work ethic and the leader that he is in that Brazilian locker room. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about Carlo Ancelotti, you know, all of a sudden grew a heart 3 times as big, you know what I'm saying? And was like, nah, I got to give Neymar his last World Cup. It was seeing how Neymar has been performing with whatever team he was with. And he's currently at Santos de Brazil. So seeing how he's been performing and really putting up top-notch performances, getting man of the match in several matches. I think that's what really pushed it for Ancelotti to really clear his vision when it came to whether or not calling up Neymar. Brazil has a loaded up squad, you know what I'm saying? This isn't the Brazil that we've all known, you know, the pentacampeón Brazil. It's not that Brazil anymore, you know what I'm saying? But they have a really good roster. They have really good players that are in form and that just, you know, have a name to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Neymar being called up, Brazil have a way better chance of getting far in this tournament. You know what I'm saying? So chat, let us know your thoughts. Who is your goat that are you are who which one of which player are you dreading? Which players gonna give you the bittersweet moment of watching their last dance at this World Cup? Let us know in the chat. You know, obviously, I would normal under normal circumstances I would say Messi, is probably the saddest, but he got his World Cup, well deserved. You know what I'm saying? So I think, in my personal opinion, the saddest one that I'm gonna see go is probably it's probably Neymar. It's probably Neymar, either Neymar or Ochoa for sure. And if there's chats in the chat, my bad. If I'm not chatting, I'm just tuning into the tunage with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drop that though. Yeah, let us know what goat you don't want to see go. You know what I'm saying? This World Cup is coming up. And speaking of which, the England squad, ladies and gents, has finally announced their squad. Thomas Tuchel, head coach for England, has decided to leave out Palmer, Cole Palmer, has decided to leave out Phil Foden, has decided to leave out Harry Maguire, and he had his explanation. These are surprise names that got left off of his list, but there's a method to his madness, as so he likes to say, and he's looking not necessarily for the most talent or the most skill, but he's looking for that cohesion. He's looking to, the chemistry, I guess. That's what he's looking for. Cole Palmer's had a good season despite Chelsea being shite. I think the same for Phil Foden, even though he, by the end of the season, he wasn't starting for Man City anymore. But when he got called in, he was showing great things. Obviously, Man City bottled the Premier League, and there's a section in here where I would highlight the champions of each league, and I have Barca won the La Liga a couple weeks ago. Bayern won their league a couple weeks ago. PSG won their league a couple weeks ago. And same things for like Porto. Same thing. Was it Porto? Yeah, pretty sure it was Porto. Same things for like Porto. Same thing for Inter. But we aren't gonna highlight the Premier League champion, because fuck them. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about Arsenal for real? It was and if we're gonna talk about it because it has to be talked about, I guess we could talk about how it's just a sad ass way to win a league. How it was some sad display of football being played. How what up, chat? Ah shit. I fucking closed the chat and there's no sound effect for that. It was just some poor football. I think Miguel Arteta may not be a bad coach, but um, I think that his tactics and his ambition to win by any means blinded him to have no charisma, to have no style, man. There's no style, there's no fluidity, there's nothing beautiful about watching Arsenal win the Champions League this season. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, whoever's in the chats, though, I appreciate you popping into the chats right now. It's tech difficulties and tech lack ofness of tech that I can't see your chat. But I appreciate you regardless. If y'all tuning in and y'all saw who put in that chat, be like him, all right? Get in the chats. You know what I'm saying? Look, chat. So with that being said, we can move past that. Harry Maguire. I didn't pay too much attention to what he did with Man United. I do know that Man United had a great season and are showing signs of life, like they're gonna come back from the depths of hell. And hey, man, they deserve a break. They have lost a lot of identity since Alex Ferguson retired. You know what I mean? But that's not the point. The point is, Tuchel left a list of very talented and very renowned players for the England squad, and it's gonna be interesting to see what he does in these next couple of weeks. As we all know, chat, we are less than 3 weeks away now from the biggest sporting event in the world, and you might as well get used to it. We're talking footy, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of the World Cup as well, Pedro Pascal has been in the news, ladies and gentlemen. He has announced his prediction. And who really, like who's out here like, yo, we gotta find out who the fuck Pedro Pascal has to win this World Cup. Who? Who was like that? Who? Chat, chat. Makes my nose runny. Chat. I don't know who was like, yo, we gotta get Pedro Pascal's opinion on who he thinks the World Cup winner is gonna be. If you guys don't know, he has Mexico winning the World Cup. Y'all have heard me talk about La Selección Mexicana before and where they're at and where Mexico currently stands in the space of world class football. Look, and I gotta say too, I think in more recent weeks and more recent months, I have seen Mexico kind of give glimpses of maybe we should do what we always do when Mexico plays the World Cup and hope for the best. But you know what I'm saying? Like we'll see what they. Hey yo, what it do, DJ Ace Vito? For DJ Ace Vito. I don't got the sounds, the board ain't in front of me. And we running ship solo, but it's okay. All right. No days off. Everybody got PTO this week. Yeah, he's the Mandalorian, man. Pedro's the Mandalorian, but does the Mandalorian know footy? You know what I'm saying? He has Mexico winning this World Cup, and even though Mexico has been showing more signs of strength and better, better cohesion, better playing as a team, I guess. I wouldn't even say playing better, but at least winning. You know what I'm saying, and putting up some respectable performances. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Mexico's gonna win it. So I seen this post chat about how somebody predicted the Liga MX winner for this year, and also predicted where Mexico's gonna be and how far Mexico's gonna make it in the World Cup this year. They're saying semifinals. Hey, he may have predicted who was gonna win Liga MX, but honestly, if we think about it, predicting who's gonna win Liga MX is difficult as it is. Now it doesn't matter who the best team in the league is. It's hard enough to predict the winner there. And if they were able to predict who won this year, and also on top of that, the pick that they picked to win this year, knowing that Cacasul be Cacasuling all the time, and they're the team that always loses. But it was a final, man. It was one of those finals where it's the team that always loses versus the team that never wins. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hey, if he was able to predict that, why have any lack of faith that his prediction for Mexico making the semifinal is wrong? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes, chap. Speaking of Mexico and predictions, the president, Madam President Claudia Sheinbaum, educational. Claudia, Madam President of Mexico, has stated she won't be attending a single game, and that includes the inauguration game. That Mexico plays. And thoughts, chat, thoughts, Kakarot. Would you not go watch the Z Fighters play a game of footy? Like, what is going on, chat? I don't understand that. We don't know what's going on with that. I ain't get the full context. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Maybe probably more than likely for safety purposes. But yo, I don't know, man. If the World Cup is being hosted in a country that I president, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be at least a game. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the host team. You're one of the host teams. You're hosting this World Cup. What a fucking terrible host. Hey, we ain't whoopty whoop politics tonight. Hashtag where's Jay? But dog, where I don't get it. I don't get it, chat. Let me know your thoughts, chat. How do you feel about that? We don't have the most, fucking amazing president ever. You know what I'm saying? Probably to show, probably to show she has more important shit to do. Hey, shout out to DJ Ace Vito. Bam, 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 bams for DJ Ace Vito once again, man. If y'all notice, DJ Ace Vito been a day one. Always popping in, always coming into the chats. Get like Ace. All right. We're on the road to 150K. I think that's a good point, Ace, though. I mean, it could be just to save face and make it seem like she's working. But at the same time, like, we're talking about a sporting event that happens every 4 years, and your country got lucky enough to be selected to host. You know what I'm saying? It's a special occasion. And Mexico, they shut shit down. They shut shit. They shut shit down in Mexico when the World Cup happens. When Mexico's playing the World Cup, you're not going to go to a corner store. You're not going to go to a gas station. You're not going to go to Wally World. You're not going to go to a 7-Eleven. You're not going to go to the corner lady that sells tortas or tacos. You're not going nowhere, buddy. Everywhere is closed. You're not going to school. School is canceled when Mexico plays the World Cup. You know what I mean? So is she putting in, is she, saving face and like, hey, I'm a decent president. Look at me. I'm doing my job. I don't got time to be watching these footy games. Hey, footy in Mexico is damn near a religion. You know, if it wasn't for Catholicism, Catholicism. If it wasn't for Catholicism, footy would be the fucking main religion. Would be the that would be the religion for Mexico. Would be footy if it wasn't for Catholicism. I don't know, but I'm that. All right, I'm that. And if like, hey, if you go to Mexico, you understand. Make sure you take a trip to Mexico during this World Cup. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be dangerous. So make sure you stay safe and stay in well-lit areas. But go experience that, man. Like, Mexico takes that shit so serious. I don't, so Claudia, Madam Claudia, doing this. Madam Claudia doing this. I don't know, man. I don't know. And especially as we do this fantastic transition into the next topic of the same sort, especially after Mexico, women's Mexican soccer conquered the region and they are obviously going to conquer their fucking own league. There has to be a Mexican team that wins the league. Catholicism. Catholicism. Shout out to DJ Ace Vito chat. Bam, 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 bam. It was all for DJ Ace Vito. All right. Get like Ace. Yeah. Club América Femenil. Doblete. Felicidades. Felicidades al más grande. Agarramos la tercera copa. Ganamos la CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup por primera vez. Un equipo mexicano, el primer equipo mexicano en hacerlo. Estamos muy orgullosos de esas muchachas. And shout out to Sarah Lubert. Shit. Fuck, La Güerita from the Shy, man, and winning championships with fucking Club America. Club America está en lo más alto, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't understand. Well, as we're gaining more international recognition as far as footy goes for our league, I don't understand why Claudia is not going to attend a single match. It's goofy, man. It's goofy. I think it's just to like ruffle feathers. It's kind of just to get us doing what we're doing right now, which is talk about it. and it's corny. It's corny. It's cor. We're not. We're fine, Chad. So I don't understand that. And in other news, when it comes to footy, chat, AMC theaters will show World Cup games live. You don't got a place to go? Your homie ain't fucking with you and said you can't come and watch the game? Head to an AMC theaters near you. Sounds like they're gonna be. I think it's a whole chain thing, or it could be regional too. Make sure you check with your locations. No sponsorship neither. Holler at us for the sponsorship. Check with your locations, chat. Maybe they'll be showing some games live. And I think that's dope. I think all host countries are doing some dope stuff for the World Cup, and I love to see it. Um, it's corn. It's cornography. Where my corn heads at? Yo, shout out to DJ. Bip, 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 bip. You know what? DJ A's. I can't. They're gonna yell at me if I fucking get up from this chair. Ain't nobody nobody's here to yell at me, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta etiquette, you know? Professional. Um, yeah, chat. I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. That along with also like we had spoken of in prior weeks, the stuff that's going down in Kansas, like them opening up their bars for longer hours, like New York hosting free events for football fans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a beautiful thing. Like it. I keep telling y'all get used to it. When honestly, I just want y'all to indulge and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? These next couple of months, man, is about to be a beautiful thing. It's about to be a beautiful event. And I know we've criticized a lot of stuff that's going on within the event, as is I feel like it's our duty to. So this event could be great, but not only this event could be great, future events being great. You know what I'm saying? That's where the root of this criticism stems from. You know what I'm saying? At least on my behalf. I can't speak on all media personnels out there, media types and journalists out there. I can't speak for their intentions. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, chat, our lovely, beloved audience, that my intention when I'm critiquing anything in general is to see it do better. More often than not, is to see it do better. I ain't gonna deny. Sometimes I be on the hating. I like to hate sometimes, you know. And I think Kung Fu Kenny and 50 Cent have shown us that we haven't been hating to our full potential. We'll see what happens. Shout out to Fambo Podcast in a building. I don't got sounds right now, Fambo. Your boy Ray. I guess we could talk about that too. Let us know your thoughts, chat. Your thoughts though, chat, on everything that's World Cup 2026. Yo, if you guys tuned in, oddly enough, last night, Sunday night, I know that's usually check-in night. But last night was GNMC takeover night, you know what I'm saying? And we got to chopping it up a little bit about that. And I honestly wanted to bring up that topic as well because we've had a couple of pay-per-views too, a couple of fights um happening and happening, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, we love to talk about anything that involves combat sports in here. So when we're talking about celebrity boxing, chat, because that's what this really is, and I don't like to even throw that out because some of these streamers ain't fucking celebrities, and it's this weird transition point, chat, this weird generational transition thing where, you know what I'm saying, celebrities aren't the reality TV stars anymore, you know what I mean? They're starting to be these streamers. Um Look, chat, blow this shit up. You know what I'm saying? We out here for your educational and entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? But celebrity is a different type of upper echelon of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Ray J getting knocked out by fucking super hot fire, it has to be top 10 fucking funniest things that's happened this year, chat. And there's been a lot of not funny shit happening this year, chat. It's been quite the decade this year. But Ray J, Ray J getting knocked out is crazy. Um, the Sean Raw YouTuber extraordinaire, um, known for battle raps, known for being the first battle rapper to lose to Soldier Boy, being known as just a YouTube personality, like really like I said, this is a whole different era where streamers are they're popping. Um, but I don't think anybody had that happening to Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Like if he lost, he lost on that's one thing. But he got knocked out. Chat. What happened to Ray J? Hey man, all respect to Ray J. Man, he's done crazy things in the music industry and outside of the music industry. Who could forget but recall that clip of Speedy breaking his glasses that he said were unbreakable? That shit had me crying, chat. I was crying. Tears of laughter. That shit was fucking funny. And obviously, I don't know, man. That whole shit got super fucking weird. He was on that dude Adam Ross's stream too, shortly before that, saying the wildest, most sus shit we've ever heard. That we would probably be taking laps for from the start of this show until next week when we do this show again. It was some crazy stuff. Hey man, cloud is a motherfucker, chat. Cloud is one hell of a drug, and it is. Oh man, we're cooked. We're cooked. Um, I only had hashtag where's Jay, chat. Big hashtag where's Jay, because we don't know where he is. Um, I would it'd be cool to discuss NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Playoffs is kind of playoff event this year. NBA has not been born with these playoffs for sure. But the big question on everybody's mind is, will the Knicks do it? Are the Knicks gonna do it? The Knicks are about to, they're about to sweep the Cavs. And I got another point to bring up when it comes to that. But think about the destruction. Think about the arrogance. Think about the bragging rights. Think about the shit talking. Think about. All right, I ran out of ideas, Chad. But just think about it for a minute, man. If the Knicks fucking win the NBA championship, I think New York's gonna become a very dangerous place. I don't think anybody in New York should go outside, but everybody's gonna be outside. Y'all been seeing the fucking reactions from the Knicks fans, like damn near. It's the same thing every season, and hey, man, they get excited as should be. They're playing well. Looks like the Knicks just might. I'm saying, Ace. I'm saying, Ace. The Knicks look like they're gonna do it. And honestly, like, I know I talk shit about Arsenal. I feel like the Knicks might be the Arsenal of the NBA. Fuck Arsenal in general, but honestly, with the Knicks, it's a little different. It's because New York's cool. Ray J woke up and started to sing, "If I had one wish." Hey, bam, 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 bam. It's for Fambo in the chat, man. Yo, I swear, that shit was hilarious. Damn near went through the ropes and shit. Hey, but back to like if the Knicks like, I kind of want the Knicks to win that because New York needs something. You know what I'm saying? The music has not been musicking. The sports definitely haven't been sporting. You know, and they need something, man. New York needs something. So I wish nothing but luck for the Knicks and I think they're gonna end up sweeping the Cavs because if you guys didn't know, Chat Danhausen, who had once had the Knicks cursed and damn near cost them to keep moving in the playoffs, has now cursed or has since cursed the Cavs. And we see what's happening with the Cavs, Chat. You know what I'm saying? So I propose this question to you, Chat. Is the Danhausen curse something that everybody should fear? Me personally, I do everything in my power not to get cursed by fucking Danhausen. God knows what type of fucking bad juju that comes with. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. The Danhausen curse is right up there with fucking an Ebola outbreak. You know? Nobody wants it to happen. We went through a pandemic. And Danhausen curse can have the same effects. So I don't know, Chad. Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks as a Bulls fan, but also fuck the Bulls too until Reinsdorf sells the team. They'll never get better until then. Let's talk about it, Ace. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I understand the sentiment. Chicago heavy. You know what I'm saying? Always for the city. So it's fuck any other city. But that point does. We've talked about it. We've talked about it, chat. We talked about the Bulls front office. We talked about the Bulls only caring about selling seats and selling merch. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is second. And it's a bad philosophy for a team to have. I don't think that's a philosophy that, that's not a winning philosophy, and it's not a mentality that any team should really have. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important, and I very much well stress this because of what we've talked about when it comes to Arsenal. I think is extremely important for a team to find identity in being entertaining and being competitive. Is crucial for a team to have that. Without that, the fan base is just gonna collapse regardless. Doesn't like this is, like I said with Arsenal. These Arsenal fans all celebrating and shit like that, but it's because they've been in a 22-year drought of not winning a championship. When you go back and you look at the season and you see how you won that title, does it have the same, is it not bittersweet? If my team is playing like shit and they win the chip, yeah. First of all, it's different circumstances, chat. You know what I'm saying? I go for a team that we demand chips. We love the chips. We need the chips. If New York win the NBA Finals, you can't hear the last. Yeah, we'll be hearing about that one fucking final for the next 10 years. That's what I'm saying. They're kind of like the Arsenal of the NBA. But my philosophy stems from a different place because the team that I go for, we expect nothing less than chips. All right. So if a coach comes through and gets us a chip in the most nastiest way, we'll probably forget about it because we're on to the next chip already. All right. And we won't highlight that chip. You know what I'm saying? But we for sure as fuck gonna get that philosophy and style of play the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you gotta have some identity. You gotta have some fucking creativity. You gotta have some fucking beauty to your art form. Reinsdorf is more interested in building an entertainment district in the area of the United Center than actually keeping the stadium and giving a fuck about the team in general. Fuck Reinsdorf. Fuck Reinsdorf. Hashtag that, chat. Hey man, like I said, that's why it's crucial for a team to have a certain philosophy when it comes to the athleticism within the whatever sport it is, man. Whatever sport you're playing. You need that. You're ill for real. Shout out at UNRAP chat. Bounce for Team UNRAP. At UNRAP on all your socials, chat. Get it together and get it done. Yeah, fuck Reinsdorf though. Get him out of here. We don't need him. Fuck his ideologies and philosophies when it comes to the fucking franchise that is the Chicago Bulls. We don't want to see them become the Kenosha Bulls, so let's get it together. Same way we don't want to see the Bears turn into the Gary Bears. That's lame. I think Chicago should let Jason Kidd, Tobe the head coaches, take the head coaches for your Chicago Bulls. Hey, shout out to Fambo, man. Bounce for Fambo. We appreciate that, Fambo. Thank you for your thoughts, and we appreciate that you want to see us in a better place as well. That's love. That's love, and that's what Chicago is. Really, that's really what Chicago is. It's love. Chat, we're approaching the 9/11 mark. So make sure you hit the share. Make sure you hit the comments. Make sure you hit the likes. All right? We like that. We hope you like it too. But yeah, chat, these will the Knicks do it? Let us know. The Danhausen curse. Have you been cursed by Danhausen, or has your team been affected by Danhausen's curse? You're not entitled to financial compensation for it, but just let us know in the chat how it happened. What was the curse? Have you been uplifted from said curse? Let us know. That's what the chat box is for, the comment section. Make sure you hit that. And while you're at that, and you didn't catch this live, and you're watching this on a replay, first of all, we appreciate the shit out of you, because it's more interactive and fun live for sure. But it's okay. You caught the fucking recap. Fuck that. Bring the Bears to Hammond. Better than Arlington Heights. And it'll be nice to have Kid as a coach for the Bulls. Hey, man, I love when the chat be chatting around and chatting with each other. When chat be chatting with each other, it's just a bunch full of chats, and I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Dang, why is it this fucking clock filter in? Whatever, chat. We shared it at 9/11 like we told y'all to. And look how easy it fucking was while I'm fucking, still doing the do and just hitting the share on my fucking phone. Super simple. Coolest button on the platform, man. Yeah, man. I think we'll see. Let us know, chat, your thoughts again on the Knicks doing it, on the Bulls, what we need. Let me know your thoughts on the Danhausen curse. But yeah, moving forward and getting the groove going. It's gonna be a quick one tonight, chat. We ain't gonna be here the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to, but hey, we'll be back next week. So make sure you hit the subscribe and turn the notification bell on too. That's how you're gonna know if, we're live or not, or if we're posting or showing and doing stuff. Chat! The White House card! The White House card is coming up. UFC, they're taking it to the White House. And if you haven't noticed, I haven't lit my doob all episode. Hold on, chat. Let me see what y'all chatting over here. I've been a Golden State Warriors fan since 1987. Chicago Bulls is my second favorite team because of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Hey, shout out to Jeffrey. What curse you keep talking about? Danhausen, man. Just Google Danhausen, the Danhausen curse. You'll know what I'm talking about, Ace. It's a curse, man. It's a curse. He had the Knicks curse for a little bit, but he uplifted the curse, and now they're good. But he cursed the Cavs in the process. And the Cavs, you see what's happening to them. Yeah, man. Shout out to all y'all in the chat, bro. I appreciate you guys. You guys keep this shit going. I mean, I keep this shit going too, but we're all equals and peers. Love. Like I said though, White House card, chat. The White House card is coming up. And we got some fighters dropping their thoughts. I got the quotes. What did it say? Here we go. I don't know. Khabib, Strickland, and Izzy has some things to say about the White House card, chat. We already heard Ronda Rousey's thoughts on the White House card. She said it fucking sucks. But these guys, what? Fuck the White House. Fuck UFC 2. At this point, shit is getting lame. We love the combat sports, man, but I gotta agree. UFC got to do something because I think they're losing momentum pretty fast. Well, if you think about it, they're losing momentum really fast. Pay-per-views, in between big cards, they used to have pay-per-views that, were very exciting and, everybody was eager to watch. Now it's not the same thing. We're not excited to watch a fight night like we used to be. So they got to do something for real. In the meantime, Khabib, Strickland, and Izzy they all have a distaste for the White House card. Quotes. Got some quotes, chat. Words from Khabib. I wouldn't want to fight the White House card. I wouldn't want to fight at the White House. Why? I just don't. They were trying to get the political out of him, I guess. But he's just easy. He has a distaste for the White House card. He said he wouldn't fight it at the White House. What does Strickland say? Go hang out with the Epstein list? I'm good. That's what Strickland said. Hey, is he wrong though, chat? Is he wrong though? And then Izzy went and said the way things are now, I won't even go watch it there. May watch it from the comfort of his home, if anything, but looks like Izzy's not gonna be attending. Probably for obvious reasons. Yeah, that's what we talking about, Ace. Man, I'm glad you're here, Ace. Thanks for keeping me company, Ace. Shout out to all the chat that's tuning in, maybe not chatting, but tuning in. I appreciate you guys regardless. But hey, get like Ace, man. Join into the conversation. It's very tasteful and it's enlightening. It's educational. It's entertaining. It's a beautiful time. Um, they clearly are like not messing with the White House card chat. Um, yeah, like Ace mentioned, for obvious reasons, it could be they didn't really get political in their quotes, and that's I don't know, y'all. I feel like if somebody's gonna take a stance, stand on it all the way. You know what I'm saying, and don't shy from it, man. Because at the end of the day, these guys aren't politicians, and a lot of us aren't politicians. But let's not pretend that our voice don't matter. Let's stop pretending like everybody's voice doesn't fucking matter. Let's stop pretending that somebody's voice matters more than the next. Yes, there are important voices in the world that we got to listen and pay attention to. And there's voices that we should probably not pay too much attention to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody's voice has a place. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and these fellers felt inclined to share how they feel. I mean, they weren't the ones, running the interview. You know what I'm saying? They were being interviewed. So their interviews on this White House card it sucks. Plain and simple. I don't know if we should be excited for this White House card, chat. I love Ilya Tuporia. No Diddy. I think he's a great fighter, great champ. He's gonna be a great champ. And yeah, man. I think other than that fight, I ain't really too excited for any of the other fights on this card. Yo, shout out to Animal Style Kush in the fucking chats. We'd have some more sounds and sound effects and lovely stuff for you, but we don't. Not tonight. Next week, 8:30 Chicago time. We'll have plenty of it for you. Going pro is not that easy. It's it's political out here. It's political, obviously. Oh man, I want to end the fucking show on that note so bad. Chicago Bulls is trying to make a trade with the Washington Wizards, get their number one's draft pick. I don't know if that's gonna help much though, Fambo. That's dope though. I didn't know that. That's a new development, chat. Brought to you by fucking Fambo. Shout out to Fambo. Get like Fambo and get in these chats. I don't know. I haven't heard about that per se, but I don't think having a number one draft pick is it's not bad. Who's gonna turn down a number one draft pick for real? But that shit's not gonna fucking solve what the Bulls got going on, man. And they're not a bad team neither. That's the thing. They don't have a bad team, and I think that's what hurts the most, to be honest, is knowing that they don't have a bad team. But they just it's political, obviously. Yo, chat. But let us know your thoughts on this White House card, chat. Are you excited? How do you feel about it? There's a comment section. Go crazy in there. Um, and yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. especially after all the fucking hype that there was behind this fucking Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano fucking fight. It's gonna be hard for the fucking White House card. Like I said, there's only like one fight on there that I'm really actually looking forward to seeing. That's the Ilya Tuporia fight, because it's been a minute since he had a fight. They got the 4th and 15th picks. I don't know who's going number one, but they sitting pretty as is. We'll see. We'll see what. Like I said, I think the problems at the Bulls are probably deeper than just fucking players, man. Um, they got to go figure that out. Chat though, let me know your thoughts. What fight are you looking forward to on this fucking White House card? If you're looking forward to it at all, you got that comment section and go crazy, chat. I think though, for the majority stakes of everything, hold on, give me a second, chat. One second, chat.
Jay's Pigs. Jay's Pigs. Jay's Pigs.
All right, chat. No picks today, chat. No dummy must knows this week, chat. We'll be more. Not that we weren't prepared, but whatever. Some people know that Chicago times is the central. It is the central time. Yeah. Don't. Oh. Well, if you didn't know, fanbo, now you know. Like I said, for educational purposes. Yeah. We'll be here back Monday again, 8:30 Chicago time. That's Central Standard Time. If you didn't know, make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. Turn the notification bell on. Next week, Dummy Must Knows will be back. Maybe we'll get a new segment going. Stay tuned. I look forward to Strickland versus Kazmat. That shit was garbage as fuck. I ain't watched UFC for a minute. The card with Rousey was tight until the main event. Yeah, that fight, we got robbed of that fight. That fight was. Shout out to Ace Vito chat. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. We appreciate y'all deeply. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week for sure. AJ be by my star. It's going to be the number one pick. Hey, let us know, chat, your predictions for who's gonna be the number one pick. We got fanbo submission. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go tune into old episodes too. We got so much content on this channel for y'all to tune into. 150K on the road there. We a third of the way, chat. We a third of the way. We getting there. All right. Y'all got the Cash App right here. You got the call to actions on that corner. At UNRAP on all socials. Go find us. It ain't hard. And we'll be back next week, chat. You know, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Your host, Ill for Real. I gotta stand up for a minute. Viewer discretion is always advised. Yeah. Mouse isn't working. Hey, Fanbo. Shout out to Fanbo Podcast. Make sure you are always tuning into Fanbo Podcast. We're going live tomorrow. Fucking awesome. Shout out to all the sponsorship that, you know, holler at us for the sponsorship. All right. We're going to go live next week again. We're going to go live later this week too. That's why I told you to subscribe. Hit the notification button to make sure that you're notified when we go live. Because how are you going to know when we go live? It's just going to take a wild guess. I mean, you can, and you're probably going to be right. But hey, it's kind of nicer to get notified, to get invited to the party. All right. So make sure you